Alright, on to the Level 2 class. I hope you've watched that Level 1 class. Recap here in case you haven't. Capo in the 3rd fret, we're in standard tuning. Use the notation, that's the second embed down, and this will walk you through pretty much what I played in the performance video. Looking at the A verse of that notation, this is almost identical to what I presented in the Level 1 class. So we start off with our melody, based around the C grip. And that's the first few notes there. And we start again with a different bass note into measure number 2, a G. And then starting again with our A in the bass. So I hope you've watched that first level class, and that'll break that down pretty good for you. But moving on to the B verse, we actually find something that's a little different. I navigate the B verse within the performance by doing a little bit of thumb style. So you're going to encounter notes on strings 5 and 4, for example, over the C chord, and then notes over the G on strings 6 and 4. Now these notes are played with my thumb, and for the first few beats here, I just alternate back and forth right on the quarter note here. So for the first 3 beats, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now that helps you maintain rhythm and kind of fills out the sound a little bit. So holding the C grip, it all comes down to my right hand to get me through that. Now, if you're new to thumb style, this is very, very important, and you should invest some time in getting that independence of thumb. And I don't even think about it anymore. When I play, it just kind of happens. And you can arrange so many songs using that technique of alternating within the chord tones and letting the melody kind of work its way around that. Moving on to our G. So I do a quick hammer into that first fret there, doing the thumb style with the open strings into an A. Only putting a bass note there on strings or on beats 1 and 3. Reason being is because my melody is way down here in the A chord. I'm not going to alternate my thumb onto that note. So, and over the F, it's more like a power chord here, and I'm alternating strings 6 and 5. Over the next pass of this verse, I do some intervals here, the interval of a sixth, I believe, and we've got that. I'm using my index and 3rd finger. These are chord tones, by the way, right over the C chord. Until we get over the G, the same thing. Using the same 2 fingers on the same strings. And then the melody doesn't change over the F and the A, I should say. Getting us into the chorus, which if you viewed the first lesson, the melody is up here on string number 1, on the 2 there. So I try to keep the melody right on the top of the chord voicings, but this comes down to more of a strumming style. So I'm just, you strum through and make sure you get your fingers on the melodies at the right time, and your ear will pick up that high string and do its work to make that the melody of the song, right? So it's pretty much like I'm holding a C grip, bring my pinky down on beat number 3, 1, 2, and 3, come into a G grip, and again that pinky does its work on beat number 3 into an A minor, and then get to an F, and kind of let the chords do the work for you there to get the melody to kind of come out. And it's an interesting technique to do for the chorus because it's dynamic. It's quite can bring the level of the song up quite a bit from some nice sparse finger picking, which can be pretty quiet, and then you start strumming pretty hard, and we open the song up. So from there, I repeat the verses exactly as you've seen them previously, or heard them rather. The chorus is the same, but then that gets us to the bridge. Same kind of strumming style here. Our melody's on string number 2. Something like that. But what it is again, I strum around it, my C chord. Now make sure not to hit string number 1 there, because we don't want our ear to figure that's the melody at that point. Always just targeting the chord tones to find that melody within the strumming pattern. And that's kind of the gist of it. It's a fairly straightforward arrangement. It's always great. You know, a song is well composed when it just kind of falls onto the guitar just like that. So have fun, and we'll do a kick snare lesson and maybe decipher some of these chords with that technique there.